Hi, this is Angel Jones. I love great conversations where life's journey is communicated not only through words, but tones and emotions. Explosive expressions that allow you to feel what they felt and learned. A fool learns only from his own mistake, while the wise learn from their own and from those others have made. Thanks for being here with us. Good morning, Dennis.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are things going with you today?
Fantastic. It is. The sun is shining today after a lot of rain last night, so we're getting things started, and it's a very, very good day.
Dennis Washington. Dennis Washington is an online communications expert, award-winning journalist, internet broadcaster, meteorologist, videographer, photographer, and digital content manager with more than 20 years of experience working in broadcast media. He started his own business 3 years ago to help entrepreneurs and businesses attach their hard-earned marketing budgets to high-quality internet content. Dennis, it's a great pleasure to have you today.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Dennis, what talent do you have that you believe is responsible for you being on this podcast today?
I believe it's my ability to talk and listen. I think both of those are just as important, but the ability to communicate with people, and that's one of the things that I stress with my business, the idea of customer service. Great customer service happens when great communication happens. And really the ability to communicate with people is just it underscores everything I've ever done in my career.
And who did you learn this skill or ability from?
Oh, wow. I guess growing up with my parents, my family, my friends, people in my church. When I was a kid, even when I was in high school, I started doing some preaching at my church and still do some speaking to this day. Obviously, getting in front of the camera, the more and more I did that in television and getting in front of a microphone when I first started out in college on radio. All of that, just really getting past those nerves and jitters and just getting the experience of that has really helped me become a great communicator.
Why will you continue repeating this?
Why will I continue repeating this? I just think in the end, we all need to be able to communicate in order to grow. I think the communication is key in order for us to understand who we are, who our friends are, who the people are around us, our needs. What our friends need. It all comes back to communication. And if you cannot communicate with each other, all of a sudden roadblocks and barriers are in your way to success.
Yeah. I mean, our pre-conversation was so rich. I mean, given the fact that you've obviously had many communications and you dive deep into communications.
Yes. Yeah, and that's it is something I love. A few months ago, I try to do this every so often, but I put together a list of things that I'm passionate about and another list of things that I consider myself to be an expert at least things that I may know more than the average person. I have always been the kind of person that tends to have a list of, be one of those, what I call Swiss Army knife guys that can do a lot of things, maybe not do one thing really, really well, but be more of an expert at many things. But my passion list is really, really small. And one of those is interviewing people and being interviewed too. But it goes back to just conversation and having quality communications with people, having conversations with people, because I learn so much. And I like to take what I learn and share it with other people, such as through podcasting. That to me is just a great way to share our life stories with other people and maybe give them some information that can be useful to them in their life.
Yeah, most definitely. A lot passes over in conversation, especially, truth. Truth. You definitely get truth. What is one thing you've done consistently over the past 3 years, though, Dennis?
One of the things that I've done consistently since starting my business 3 years ago is delivering a weekly email, what I call my weekly pep talk to my fans, my audience, my audience, my target audience. These are people that I knew before I started my business, some that I've met since starting my business. And every Wednesday morning, I send out an email to them, just a short email of something that I believe can help encourage them, inspire them, inform them, motivate them, something that if I receive this, it would help me, maybe give me the strength and encouragement to do something that I was afraid to do and afraid to start. So that one thing alone, and not missing that for the last 3 years, that is an email that goes out every Wednesday and has for 3 years now, is something very important to me.
How does it make you feel? And it seems as though there are two parts of what happens here. The physical pressing of send, how does that make you feel? And secondly, receiving responses.
Both of them are great. I think that going through the effort of hitting send or whatever the case may be, when you set something to do and actually execute your to-do list, that obviously feels good, but because now you feel like you've accomplished a task that you set before you, and maybe it was in a task that was originally you were afraid of doing. So going through that step and actually accomplishing the task, but then receiving feedback, especially from people that have emailed me in the past, say, this is exactly what I needed. This really is going to help me through my day. You don't know how much this means to me. Those things really, really make you feel good and make you feel like you're doing something to help people.
Why would you suggest that someone adopts such a habit?
I believe these kind of habits can really help you grow your business and grow your personal skills as well. Many times that I've discovered, people are afraid to try something for fear that it may fail. Well, if you never try something, you'll never know if it's actually going to succeed or not. And there's a good chance, if it's something you're passionate about, that people consider you to be an expert about, there's a good chance of success if you will just get past the fear of trying and actually do it.
Interesting. Switching gears here, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory. Probably when I was a young child, still to this day, my eyesight is not 20/20, but when I was a young child, I was also cross-eyed and had eye surgery. And I remember that at the age of 5, being in the hospital and not being able to see for about 24 hours after the surgery because I was just afraid to open my eyes. But I mean, it was a surgery to correct the cross-eyedness, and that's a scary feeling. I can still sense bits and pieces of that to this day. Again, it was a fear of opening my eyes, but not being able to see like I had, and that was quite a memory.
Yeah. Did you say how old you were?
I was 5 at the time when I had that surgery, 1978. So you can do the math there. But I was, it was a time when I was born. My eyesight wasn't perfect, and the doctors went in and corrected the cross-eyed part, and my eyes have gotten stronger over the years as well. But thankful for an opportunity to help fix some of that.
Yeah. Why do you think that memory is so clear?
Oh, that's a good question. I think there are memories in our past that are clear, maybe because of the significance of them. That was obviously something that was extremely rare and maybe even traumatic for a 5-year-old. So I think, sometimes we remember things that can be very traumatic and traumatic to a point where it was a difficult experience, but I came out through it and there was a success factor involved. I think many times people suppress memories that do not have a good end to them. This one obviously did.
Yeah. So this section is strictly yes or no.
Okay.
Have you chosen someone to teach your skills or talents to?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Your favorite song when you were 12 years old?
Favorite song when I was 12? Oh, wow. I don't know. There's quite a few to choose from. I'm gonna go with one that I heard on the radio not too long ago. "Photograph" by Def Leppard.
Sweet. Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I do.
Do you watch TV Part A for more than 3 hours a day and 3 hours a week?
I do watch TV. I don't watch for 3 hours a day. I would say it'd be closer to 3 to 5 hours a week.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything, my friend, in closing that you would like to share with the listeners?
I just encourage people just to try. Don't be afraid to try something. You might fail, and guess what? Most people do. A baseball player strikes out more often than he hits the ball. So be willing to try, and you're going to fail, but you're also going to succeed eventually.
Yeah. Well, Dennis, it's been my pleasure. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.